Welcome to the Unofficial Controller Podcast, your weekly gaming podcast, episode number 295. With me, George, and this week joined by RGT. Rose to my Fred. How's it going, RGT?
That's got to be the puppets that live on a canal boat.
Oh, I was going to say that's one of the best ones yet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry if I sound a bit bunged up. I've got a bit of a cold, so if I do sound a bit more deeper voice, then that's
you
why.
Sound a little bit nasally, but I'll be honest with you, I'm struggling to tell the difference.
Oh, well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, to be honest. But no, other than that, yes, I'm good. I'm very good. So,
what are you going to do? Crush up a couple of paracetamol, pour a lemsip out on the kitchen table, and just sort of Henry Hoover that bad boy up in a bit to feel a bit better, or?
No, I normally I have a lemsip, but normally Mrs. RGT makes it for me, and she just gently mops my brow with a flannel because obviously
makes it in a mug.
Yeah, and well, she looks after me, you see, so I can just sit on the couch with my Switch too, playing some games where she mops my brow and looks after me. So, her little boy is poorly. So,
her little boy, aka her husband.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
this is going to crop up in Discord.
Yes. What have you been playing?
Two of the same as usual, bit more Resistance 2. I tell you what, I'm finding it really tough. I am finding it a lot tougher than the first one. Whether that's just my skills are not that great, which is probably quite true as well. But I'm finding it, quite tough. I've probably only put another hour in, but still really enjoying it. I think it's different enough to keep me, drawn into it, and it's good. I'm still going to carry on with it, but there was one mission took me ages. Just kept dying and going back to the start of the mission till I got to a checkpoint. And I thought that was like these sort of zombie things are running at you from around his house, and you just get swamped. And I was on limited ammo and didn't have no other guns, so I ended up trying to just sort of shoot a couple, turning and hightailing it for a bit, turn around, shoot a couple more, and run again. And that was quite tough. Eventually got there, and I'm sort of learning. I've got a guy with me, so I'm sort of learning to let him take a few out as well. Sort of, in other words, push him in first, let him take a few out, and then I go in and try and
very
clean
similar
up a bit.
to your podcasting strategy.
Wow. Wow. Yes. Anyway, we'll gloss over that. So yeah, a bit more to do. Loads more Ball X Pit. Just keep, because the way my work schedule is at the minute, that suits me down to the ground. Keep jumping in, jumping out. A few minutes here, a few minutes there. Nearly unlocked another level. I've been playing back through the levels with my characters. Got loads of characters now. Nearly unlocked all the houses. I think I'm sort of 25, 30 hours into it. Yeah, I know it's mad. I don't know where the time's coming from, but it is. But yeah, I won't go on because I've been talking the last 3 weeks about that, so I won't talk about that too much. What I have jumped back onto, only played the first hour again, Halo 4. I was going to get rid of my Series X because I just don't use it, and then I thought, hang on, I still haven't played the Halos yet. I've got Master Chief Collection, which was kindly given to me by Boba, and I thought, let's get this storyline done because I love the Halo games. I've been really enjoying them, and I had about 8 months so I hadn't really played them. So I thought I'm going to start Halo 4 again. I got about halfway and forgot it, so I've started that again. That does look good on the Series X, I've got to say. That Master Chief Collection from the Xbox One running on the Series X, that does look good, plays really well. So yeah, I've only about an hour in, but really enjoying that so far. It's great to be back in that Halo world. That's you get these first person shooter story games. That's hard to top that with Halo. That they seem to be. I don't know how they were rated. I didn't play them in the day. I don't know what people think of Halo 4.
I don't really remember 4.
obviously I was on board day and date for 1, 2, and 3. But 4 kind of slipped me by. Listen, I'd imagine it's pretty good. I can't really remember any of the sort of hubbub about it, to be honest with you, after 3. And Halo Wars, maybe a sniff of ODST, but ultimately kind of maybe a bit sort of done with it at that point. You know, the full sort of Bungie suite to me was enough of a storytelling of John to really be enough for me. And I never felt the pull of 4. I definitely didn't feel the pull of Infinite. You know, I think these are things that I ought to really sort of dust off like you're doing, really. I'd like to maybe have another go at 3. It's been a long time, but thinking about it the other day, is that my favourite? Possibly. You know, it's very slick 3. Yeah. It's very much, we talked in the latest or soon to be latest released flashback episode about those sort of treasured sort of 360 memories, and Halo 3's right up there. The menu felt slick, it felt new, it felt fresh, you know, and as I say, ultimately that left me a little bit wanting for 4, or not wanting for 4, but, you know, I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it.
Yeah, really enjoying it. Like I say, and sort of going from the back of Resistance 2, which is still a brilliant looking game for the era, then you sort of see, or you know, although this was sort of a remastered game for the next generation, you can see the leap that there was. You know, it looks pretty good. I know the Series X is touching it all up in bits and pieces, but yeah, it's...
kind of not. I think that the Halo games always had that kind of edge.
Yeah, very crisp, I'd say. Very clean, crisp.
Very clean, very nice frames per second from them as well. So it's all very fluid in terms of your playability. No disrespect to the boys over at Resistance there, but it's not the same. Resistance feels like an evolved PS2 game, whereas the Master Chief trilogy specifically feels like something very new, very fresh.
Yeah,
very light physics on the single player on John 117. He's very sprightly. He can move, and you've got this sort of dexterity in the air that gives you some very fluidity of movement gameplay moments. Like you can jump in the air and spin round and shoot someone on your way down, throw a stick of grenade. You know, it gives you that sort of frenetic, very sort of easy to pick up, hard to master gameplay, whereas Resistance is very, your feet are magnetically attracted to the floor pretty much. You're a sort of super soldier with just this sort of addiction to the ground. You're not leaping up, you haven't got that fluidity of movement, so therefore it becomes a lot more sort of the era corridor shooter kind of, you're playing the cover game. You're never going to, I mean, you might on Resistance. I know I sometimes have had to do this just to crack the deadlock and move to the next area. But you're never going to go on a run of like jumping over a barricade, lobbing a sticky down, turning around, sort of shotgunning the dude in the back, you know, while needling someone else.
Oh, needlers here, brilliant.
Yeah! Halo has got its detractors, but I'd say to you, find me a better playing sort of, especially online, but, you know, that Call of Duty, okay, fair enough, you found me a better one, okay. But in terms of, like, actual fluidity of movement and play, Halo had it nailed. Halo will always kind of have it nailed. If you think about the fluidity, it was something they were trying to stitch into COD when they were trying to bake in that sort of weird-ass wall running drivel they were putting in. They were trying to give your character a bit of a break. So, a lot to be said for Halo there, mate.
Yeah. So, been enjoying that, and hopefully I can get through that and get 4 done and dusted.
Is that your direct comparison, do you think? You get that floaty sort of kick-ass feeling from Halo? Do you agree with that sort of bolted to the ground and Resistance?
Yeah, Resistance feels like you're a bit more got sandbags on, you're a bit more intrigued, whereas Halo is very smooth. It's very, very smooth. You know, you can, like you say, there was one bit I came into this because they were all on my ship, and there was sort of a circle room, and there was some on the left, some on the right, and I just ran in this room, sticky bomb 2, turned around, taken out the others, and behind me you can hear poof, poof, what took those there, and you just think you wouldn't do that in Resistance 2. That's a bit more go in, shoot what's in front of you, turn round, shoot what's in front of it. Yeah, so yeah, there's a big difference to it. But it is great fun, so I'm really looking forward to it. I love the storyline anyway.
It's the tiny difference between you workers if you've got like an ADHD guy, comes in, starts the job, doesn't really finish it, jumps off, stickies the other guy, turns around, bam, sorts out the filing, boom, turns around, made us someone a brew, upside down on the roof. He's probably reading something on his phone, something completely unrelated, like the history of the Egyptian Empire. And then you've got old straight in front of him, John, he turns up, grabs his stuff, walks forward, processes. He don't want to make it a guy leaping over his head while bloody putting a Facebook post up, but he don't want to kick Gen Z too hard. He just doesn't understand it.
Very good comparison, but yeah, very similar. But yeah, enjoying that. Like I say, can't wait to get through that. And finally, this week, I had a little game drop through my letterbox on my doormat on Friday.
Are they euphemisms for anything, or are we actually talking
No. Well, I was going to...
We're talking doormat.
No,
we're
definitely
talking...
not. But it was Amazon, actually, so it was just chucked in the porch. But anyway...
Is that a euphemism?
Oh, dear. Right, compose yourself. Right, okay. I had a delivery this week.
Let me pop round and chuck someone in your porch.
I'm
not going to muck about. I'm not going to mess around with your wet doormat. I'm going to go straight in the box, slap it in the porch at the same time. It's a big delivery, RGT. You better be prepared to take it.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favourite podcast app now.
Anyway, I had a game delivered this week. Hades 2 on Switch 2. So if you're a Hades fan and you haven't played 2 yet, make sure you play it, because so far, a couple of hours I've played, it is very, very, very good. One bit really interested me, when I first loaded it up, done the first run, obviously didn't last very long. Come back to my hub world and I thought, this looks very, very smooth. Very smooth. So on my TV, I've got like this optimizer where you can bring up and that'll tell you what frames you're running and all the rest of it. 120 frames per second that runs. And I thought, really? So I'm going to Google this and check. So I checked, yes. So on Switch 2, it automatically boots up. It only boots up 1080p, but it boots up 120 FPS. But it still looks stunning. It is so smooth, which is good for that game. I mean, I think you can change it to 4K 60, but this game, I think you need the smoother frame rate as you can get. So it runs exceptionally well. Really good. It's I noticed it's got some great reviews. I think it's running a 95 on Metacritic at the minute. So it's a highly rated game. But I noticed there was some guy put on there, too similar to the first one, and that they hadn't really done a lot different. And I thought, well, the first one was that good anyway, and they have sort of changed it a bit. The way you upgrade is a bit different, and they've also done where you can gather items as you go. So you have a pickaxe, and you'll find like rock, and you can, just go up to the rock when you've done a battle and get some ore or get some flowers, and then you've got a cauldron where you can, that's not much different, but it's a nice little touch. But yeah, really, really good. I can see sort of Bullek's pit slowly going to one side and Hades 2 coming in. Yes, release me from my Bullek's pit addiction.
Thank God.
But yeah, if you know Hades, you know Hades. That's that graphic style, the music, the acting from when the gods come down. Yeah, it's more Hades, but yeah, it's got all these little extra touches. So really, really enjoying it. I can't recommend it enough. So it looks really good on Switch 2. I haven't played it on the others console, so I can't put it as a comparison. But yeah, Supergiant, I believe he makes that. They know what they're doing with these games because it's a really good quality product that's, runs how it should, plays how it should, and you get exactly what it says on the box, so really, really good. So looking forward to putting hours into that. But what have you been playing, young George?
I have been playing, so kind of getting moved in now to the point where everything's sort of solidifying back down to bit of PS5. I just, again, not really wanting to commit to a big game. So I've obviously got the two bangers sat there purring away. So I started playing Infamous Second Son or whatever it is. Rachel's obviously just not that long ago finished 2. Sort of blasted it in a week and kind of enjoyed it. I've kind of got quite far. I didn't realise quite how far I'd got on this Infamous when I played it 4 years ago, probably. It still looks, and I'm obviously playing it on Pro. It has no damn right looking as good as it does. Honestly, it's unbelievable. But yeah, these sort of PlayStation games, quite early on in it, so I've got no real powers unlocked. So you really do feel the burn of a struggle at the start.
Yeah.
And that's one of the unfortunate things about it. You've really got to. I remember I was talking to Rachel about when I first played Ghost of Tsushima. I was just enjoying myself generally and hadn't really considered levels, and I just sort of generally just kind of walked from situation to situation. I found myself in a very sort of high level enemy area and was unable to move forward, and then convinced myself I was obviously garbage at games. But then I came into the map and realised that, okay, I've strayed off the beaten path a little bit here, and tried to sort of kick myself back to where I started the game, or what felt like the tutorial kind of area. All of a sudden, the enemies were dropping like flies. I was like, right, okay, build myself up again. And I found a little bit of this with Infamous. Prior to unlocking your skills, especially if you played it before, I was like reaching for buttons. Like, now I know I can shoot these guys from a distance, but what am I doing wrong? And then I locked it. I was like, oh, patience, Georgie boy, patience, Georgie boy. I was like trying to do a jump. I was like, no, I know I can do a floaty jump in this. Why is this not working? Next tutorial, floaty jump mode. Oh, right, okay.
I've actually just purchased those two games for PS3.
No, Second Son's PS4. Oh, you mean 1 and 2 for PS3?
Yeah, 1 and 2, sorry, yeah.
Didn't you have those?
I always thought I did, but they were vacant from the shelf. So when I got some of my store credit, obviously people on Discord saw I got the Uncharted PS4, and I got those two as well to sort of clear off the credit. So just trying to get all the bangers in there. But anyway, sorry.
What are they, like $1 each, £1 each?
No, they're crept up a bit now. I think they were $8 and $10, I think, or $8 and $12.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's surprising.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, the first two especially, I think, great little games, especially now I've had the time to retrospectively go back in and munch through 2. I'll probably give this a go. I didn't really grab with it the other day. It was one of those nights where we were just sort of stumbling around, had 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Didn't really have a lot of time before bedtime, and it was like, just have a little go around this and that and the other. I've been playing a lot of GTA 4, though. Again, for the God knows how many times I've played that, and I have to admit this time through, I'm at the midway point now. And
wow, you've put some hours in.
Oh, don't you worry, mate. Yeah. Hour here and there, I'll claw it back. And I just personally, Rachel's not at all. She's loving it. Never seen this one before, obviously. And I honestly still feel, although it's probably one of the best-selling games they ever made, still one of the most forgotten games they ever made. You know, people say, oh, Bully's forgotten. Not really. I'll show you a game that's forgotten. GTA 4. And although not by this show, I was looking through the content the other day. I was like, oh, God, how many times can one man mention this? Better move on. Oh, it's, at times really enjoying it. I don't know why, but I've always felt more at home and like there's always more to do. And I've always said this about 4 because as an experiment, we also, I love how Rachel's up for this. Well, she says she is. Probably not. Probably on Tinder. Probably as an experiment. No, she's not. Well, she tells me she's not. Anyway.
You're not discussing this with yourself, aren't you?
Mumsy, fetch me our phone.
Yeah.
Don't do that. We uploaded 5 on PS3 because as I'm kind of when I put the SSD in the PS3, I've been going through trying to make sure some of the bangers are up there. So I've got a lot of space on the hard drive to kind of fill. And I thought, well, we might as well have it so when I decide I'm going to put in one of the big games, I can just go in and play it. I haven't got to sit there and watch it update for 10 hours. I haven't had the bravery to start downloading GTA 6 yet, but, or GT6 yet. I'm sure I'll...
I was going to say, when you said GTA 6, how have you got that?
On PS3, stand back. Can't imagine what that looks like. So we downloaded 5 onto the PS3. 4 looks great. 5 looks... Now, want to draw in some lines of comparison here. 4 has a unique colour palette where it's set in sort of winter, autumnal, very sort of
grimy, innit?
Late fall. Yeah, there's still heat in New York. You can see it in the heat haze, but a lot of the time there's rain. The trees are brown.
Yeah,
everything's kind of dragged down a little bit, and you've got. I tell you what, never a game has give you a feeling of a time and a place as much as GTA 4, because you flip it to the sun-soaked, sun-bleached GTA 5, and immediately, because everything's so well lit, there's an immediate thought to say, this is a better graphically looking game. Now, it is, but it's a hard one to choose because the draw distances in 5, because of the vistas and the distances, they locked it right out. There's been times in GTA 4 where I've had a similar sort of length of view across the islands.
Yeah.
So the character models definitely in 4 have got that kind of drawn by the guy who did San Andreas look to them. Whereas by the time we get to 5, that's been even more eroded. And obviously from the screens we've seen of 6, that's been further eroded again. They've gone for that realism.
Yeah, and I think
Dead
what was
2 vibe.
GTA 4 was what, 2009, was it, I believe?
I think it was, yeah.
Or
maybe 2008 even.
Yeah.
Or early 2009, maybe we got the DLCs a bit later on or something.
Yeah,
I
and then I think GTA 5 is 2013, right at the end of the life. And you can see
correct.
that. You can see it. I had it right at the end of the PS3, and then, because I went and bought it again on PS4 and played it again. But it's for a PS3 game, it does look good. 5, but in a different way. I mean, 4 still looks incredible, but they'd sort of, you could see there were certain areas with, like you say, character models, rather than the distance of the look of the game. It was more the close-up shots and bits and pieces, the car models, and it was a different area of the country.
When I first rolled into it, and you do that level. You do the robbery, the back end of the heist, where you kind of wake up in the middle of it, and then you kind of you do the escape, etc. Feeds into the game and the funeral, all that sort of stuff. When that first loaded up, and I was in that, I presume it's a bank, I thought to myself, "Oh, back to back interior shot. This is pretty close."
Yeah.
The fidelity on the main character had been increased, obviously. And I know I'm talking about a PlayStation 3 game. Park that. Georgie boy. Park it. What else you been playing? Well, in preparation for the Fallout series, me and Rachel have been playing through a little bit of just dipping in and out of Fallout 3. Nothing too strenuous. Although, wow. I went full PC gamer, dude. We ended up in this, I can't remember where we were, underground somewhere. Involved in whatever it was we were wrapped up in. And I'd been I'd had my trousers pulled down around my ankles in this area, and my lily white backside spanked so hard that it was redder than Mrs. RGT's lipstick on Valentine's night.
Wow,
Okay?
That is red.
It was, oh my goodness gracious me. When your dog's getting a little bit carried away? redder than that. All right. Redder than the tip of that.
Wow, what a comparison.
How does that make you feel as a man?
Slightly odd, but yeah.
Okay, I'll be honest. I think I've even slightly disgusted myself a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, these dungeons, per se, as for want of a better word, I was actually got down to the point where I was using, obviously Fallout's got the unique VATS system where it kind of takes it turn-based in that moment. If you've got enough action points, you can go from being a kind of first-person shooter to just grabbing a moment of sanity and going into almost a turn-based system, right? Where you pick a body part.
I've never really got the Fallout games. Never really. I've dabbled with 4, but
You got 3?
I've got it, yeah, but I've never got into them. They've never really.
The introduction to the universe in 3 compared to 4, where you kind of the vault section of it feels a bit more abrupt. You don't get the time. You kind of get in, frozen, wake up, and all you really care about is, quite rightly, finding your wife. Well, not your wife, but your kid for sure.
Yeah.
And in Fallout 3, without again ruining a 20-year-old game too much, you are, I'm doing inverted commas here, born in the vault and grow up within the vault. So you get to see a bit like the TV show people with their jumpsuits, the kind of social hierarchy politics within the Fallout bunker before you leave. And then similar to the TV series, something happens one night, all of a sudden your dad's gone a little bit feral. Obviously the dating pool in the vault's a bit restrictive. And since Mumsy passed away, I'll be honest, there's only one copy of Grot the Barbarian in that vault, and it's been passed around a couple of times. He gets out anyway, and you wake up, you're like, oh, still a teenager, you're like, oh, or whatever age you are. Where's daddy? Daddy. So you wake up with a few daddy issues, go running out the vault. I would say probably a bit foolhardily, really, because you go from the safety of the vault to the immediate present danger of the nuclear apocalyptic wastelands. And we're talking people that make the Mad Max universe look like an episode of Neighbours at times. So
I live in Suffolk, so I'm very used to them sort of people. So
yeah, it's very
familiar around
very
here.
Fallout New Vegas, Suffolk, I would say.
Yeah, very similar.
But yeah, if you've never played it, it's got that sort of gentle Bethesda kind of, and it is very much a Bethesda game, by the way. It's got that gentle sort of story. It's got a couple of thought-provoking elements to it, which is quite interesting. I think me and Rachel had just got to the main story section where we had, and again, not too many spoilers here, but you went to like a mini virtual reality section where you end up in a 50s VR simulation, but it's all in like sepia black and white because they haven't nailed colour, obviously. So it's really good. And there's a comedic bit in there. You're looking for your dad and you've gone into this virtual reality simulation to see if you can find him. Not too much of a spoiler, but some crazy sort of German scientist who's been running this Volt experiment, who's in this world as a little girl, by the way. Because when you sort of like force them into a bit of a situation, the voice goes from, oh, really? Let's play in the park to Guten Tag. It's a bit like, oh, right. Okay. I said I wasn't going to go there. I kind of did, but I didn't raise my right arm. I didn't go full shouty. I just said one word. All right. Got listeners in Germany. I'm not going to go there. Well, I might, but I'm not. So anyway, then because having a conversation with this little girl within this VR world, and obviously that's the danger of online in some ways. But then when she gets angry, she just flips into this German scientist voice. Oh my! I forgot about this from when I played it the first time. I was like, I forgot about all this. And Rachel,
that sounds very creepy, actually.
Well, Rachel's finding it very sort of intriguing. Like, oh crikey, I didn't expect that. I was like, yeah, I kind of forgot about this a bit. I said, oh, let's go talk to the dog. So I was like, hey, up, doggy, you all right? Like, roo. I was like, oh. Oh, yeah. And spoilers now, so just skip ahead 30 seconds. In the end, you trigger something in the vault in this simulation to turn it off. And when you get out, your dad comes over to you and he's like very grateful. And he said, I thought I was going to be trapped in there forever. And then it dawns on you. Your dad had been trapped in that simulation as that dog. Yeah. I laugh, but, you know, the waking reality of being forced into a world as he couldn't speak, because I asked this dog questions and it barked once. Now I think back, it probably barked once for yes and twice for no. And I did this, and it was like, ruh. Oh, okay, whatever. You get out, and it's like, oh, thank God. And so the sort of almost being John Malkovich sort of end terror of being sort of trapped in this world without any control kind of haunted me a bit. I was like, oh, that's... Well, the graphics are terrible. The storytelling is kind of great. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think one thing I was saying about me being a PC gamer, and Seb would love to hear this, was that I was having to kill a dude, save it, try and kill the next dude, die numerous times, reload the save just for that one time where everything lines up perfectly and I kill him. Save it immediately, move on to the next area where I engage the next guy and get into a frick, I'll die. Like, okay, fine. Let's try and kill him this way. Die. Okay, fine. Let's try this way. Boom, kill him. Success. Right, save immediately. And I managed to sort of save crawl my way out. Now, actual gameplay time might reflect like 10 minutes in this dungeon. Real time lost in this dungeon, God knows, probably an hour.
Yeah. Say like me in my Evercade, just keep doing quick save pauses because you can on the retro games because it's so hard. So you do stop,
then
pause, I've got another inch, stop, pause, save, crawl another inch, stop, pause,
Rachel
save.
became my save co-pilot at that point.
You had a save co-pilot?
Yeah, like just... Because don't get ahead of yourself, don't forget to save. Like, oh, yeah, because you get this bravado, don't you, in video games? You're like, yeah, I killed him, ripped his head clean off his shoulders. Next. And it's like, no, George, let's reflect on the reality. Don't get wrapped up in what your save tells you did. You didn't just kill all these guys one shot, pal. It was sort of one shot dies.
94 saves in 3.5 hours, young man.
But then I was thinking to myself, something cropped in my head about these Bethesda games on PlayStation consoles, or specifically the PS3, where the more you save, the more and the bigger the file gets, because I've watched it creep up from a very small amount of kilobytes. In this dungeon alone, I watched it go from 3705 to when I got out, I think 3950. And I was like, oh, hang on a minute. Do I remember something? Then my brain went, yeah, you do, George. On PlayStation 3, the more times you save, the more corrupt and broken your game is. And by the more times you save, the more frames per second get stripped away towards the back end of the game as this file gets too big for it to be able to handle. Because they didn't code the game. I know it's specifically an issue in Oblivion, like a big problem, that the SSD kind of does mitigate, but then even it's like, nah, I can't deal with this anymore. So
I never realised that.
I'm getting a bit nervous about this strategy, which we've deployed as almost like a mini couples game. Save, like, hey, but hang on. Oh, God.
4 frames per second.
Exactly, 1 frame a second. Because there's been a few times as well where, and thank goodness we've got the SSD in there, been exploring the wastelands and it must be built up in chunks. And I transitioned a chunk. And I don't remember this on the 360 version, not at all. And the whole game froze for probably about 30 seconds. Now, if that had a standard hard drive in, I'd have been up and turned it off.
Yeah, well, you'd had go and make a cup of tea and come back before,
you
essentially.
Wouldn't even think that. You think it's crashed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's crashed. Just enough time for me to go, God, I'm going to have to stand up.
That's the worst thought, isn't it?
And then
Gotta get up.
It kind of broke into life. Maybe 1 frame. I saw a crack. I was like, right, I'm in here. But I think that probably draws to a close. I tell you what, RGT, all this research and flashbacks leaving me feeling like this is an episode of Flashback. One bit of news before the news. Obviously, I think you're here to report that we've got all the listings where you're required to push forward as a show. Boom.
Yes. There's just a couple of smaller podcast providers we're just waiting for at the moment.
Crush them into the ground, ignore them. We're launching
I think
this
it's
now.
like Podchaser and a couple of others. But other than that, Spotify,
if you're
we're
listening
on.
to this show on Podchaser, send me a picture of a small cat at questions@unofficialcontrollerpodcast.com. RGT, I'd imagine by this time next week, I will have 0 cat pictures to share with you. Let's push forward.
Put it this way: if we got 500 cat pictures, we are in big trouble.
We're done.
Yeah, that's it.
The flashback ship has sailing.
Yes. So
hang on a minute. As a nautical man on myself, I must apologise ahead of time because I don't want a community correction. No one's sailing's anywhere. You sailed or you sail. RGT should have had my throat clean out for that. I really wanted to be lying in a pool of my own blood, looking at you with my trachea hanging off your claw.
Well, you've heard the way I speak, so it's just normal talk for me. So I shouldn't.
I'm a sailing.
Yeah, you're a sailing. That ship is a sailing. But yes, so we're on Spotify now, iTunes, blah, blah, blah. Flashback or search Flashback Unofficial Controller. You'll find us on there.
Promote it harder.
I will if you don't stop keep interrupting.
Harder.
That's been a while since I heard that. So
slower.
Definitely never heard that.
I think you might have done, Captain.
Anywho, Flashback. Yeah, it's on. So iTunes, Spotify, it's there. Search Flashback, Unofficial Controller Podcast. If you could download the pilot, and as of you're getting this, the episode 1 will be out today. So if you can download that, give us a review, follow us, give us a like. And if you could, I noticed a couple of people have popped that on their socials yesterday. Really much appreciated. Yeah, so we can start building.
That's a hard sell.
A bit of an audience.
This is a hard sell. You get another show, hours long, free of charge. Do us a favour, download it on your phone, download it on your mum's phone, get hold of your people at work. Oh, I play video game drums, I can't get people in headlock. Well, just do it anyway. Take the risk for the show. Push the living snot out of Flashback. If that's not the biggest retro show by this time next Friday, RGT will have to sacrifice 2/3 of his gaming collection.
Already have, so that'll be the last third.
Well, whatever you get left, you can still 2/3 it up, even if you've got one game. RGT.
Good point. Good point.
I can 2/3 that bad boy. I can do it in a way that lets you play the disc. Insert that game disc and manual. We can class those as items.
Yeah.
But you mess with me, that disc's getting cut in 3.
Wow, you're not messing about today.
I'm not messing around anymore. I don't know
No.
how kind we need to be to people.
Jaded George is back.
We just want a little bit of, we see you guys trying, giving us stuff for free. Hours and hours of content. Anyway, Flashback episode 1 was a really great time to record. I really enjoyed it. These time machine journeys you take me on that awaken my kind of latent memories of the moment, RGT, were so strong. I was seeing Xbox 360 avatars, almost like the ghosts of Christmas past, future, and present in my sleep. Yeah, it was a bit...
Yeah.
It was a bit much. It came to visit me with my Xbox Avatar DLC wardrobe pack. So obviously, first one was just standard George, just with the tease that Microsoft gave him, and then there was like the present, which was like him with a few bits of drip on. Maybe an orange box T-shirt or something like that. He sort of stood there looking preppy, his arms hanging down, his massive head wobbling about. And then the Ghost of Christmas Future was like this weird sort of modern day avatar dressed in like Halo Infinite tee. He's got like a backwards, I don't know, Phil Spencer cap. It's scary. It was scary, I'll be honest with you. Then I became an avatar.
Wow.
Yeah, and walked across to my friends panel and looked at all my sort of dead, sleeping avatar friends. It was a kind of reminder to be a better person, really.
Wow, that's a trip. Jeez. Wow, that went down a rabbit hole. But anyway, yeah, Flashback. That was great fun to record first episode, which will be out today as well. So you get
and they'll hear that in it, won't they? They'll hear that in it. That it was an insanely enjoyable show.
Yeah. I'd just like also just thank a couple of people. I said I'd give them a shout out. People in Lowestoft CEX. So when I was trading in a load of games the other day, I had to get on their phone and follow our own show because they're interested to listen. So everyone at Lowestoft CEX, hello. And also to Retro Cyber Monkey on Etsy, who I've been buying some cartridge displays off. We ended up going into a deep dive on Etsy chat room talking about video games and bits. So I said I'd give him a shout out. So hopefully you're downloading it, and thank you again.
What are you buying off Retro Cyber Monkey on Etsy? What have you been buying? These cases?
I've been buying these little display stands, these 3D prints.
Get it down. Let's have a look at it.
I cannot reach at the moment. I'll show you off air, but really, really good.
No, show me what you bought off Etsy.
I can't get to it at the moment because I'm behind my desk on my recording setup.
Why are you making this sound so shady?
That's not shady. I will show you off air because I can then get up and move around and get away from
it's not going out on video.
I know, but
okay, be shy. I'm kind of liking it.
I'll show you. But anyway, I've put them on. I have put them on our Discord. Anyway, they're on there. So if you'd been on there, you would have seen them. Anyway, so they're lovely little display stands.
I'm about 2 jobs away from having a breakdown, but as you were.
N64 is the one I first bought. Displays 8 cartridges, lovely. You could pick all your colours and your items. So I've got one of those. I've got a SNES one on the way and another N64 one. So basically, all my loose cartridges I've got on the shelf, it just looks a mess. I can't find a way of displaying them nicely. And I thought, well, this would be good because they sit on top of the shelf all along. You can see the label, see what the games are, and just a lot neater for my loose cartridges. So,
do you want to display my loose carts?
Oh.
In a tin in a cupboard.
Yeah, I did think as much. Just chucked in an old Quality Street tin for Christmas '86.
They're a confession of should have tried harder at school. If I had, I'd have these mint sealed on the shelf. Because I didn't, they were in a dirty Quality Street tin, which is probably worth more than the games in it these days.
Probably, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yes, thanks, Retro Cyber Monkey. Brilliant service, and I should be buying plenty more. I've got 2 more on the way. Just going to keep getting.
Is it just these display pieces he does, like this?
He mostly does.
Stackers.
He showed me a picture of his 3D print setup. He's got about 8 machines all set up, and he prints all these. And he does even things for like Hot Wheels cars, display stands to put all the cars in, and all that. Really good. All different ones from 3DS to DS to even PS Vitas. He does them with a display for the Vita, and you can put the loose cards in, or your PSP, or Game Boy Advance. He does all of them. He's got loads on there. Very, very good.
I'm thinking of pushing my setup into the very premium display area. And I think I need to curate even harder than I have. Okay. Some of these third-party titles have made their way in as bangers. Are they? Are they, though? And then actually curate that right down. Not get rid of stuff, essentially. Maybe some stuff that I've accumulated tat-wise, like maybe it needs to go. Maybe some of the other stuff, curate down into a tote, put away. I'm talking the games that I've either played, completed, that aren't like big bangers that you want to display.
Yeah.
Maybe put those to one side. Because the likelihood of me going to, I suppose these days at the minute, the likelihood of me going to my shelf and just pulling any random game down and playing it are quite high. But I would like to get to a place where I could have a Vita on a display stand in a cupboard, lit nice, selection of games in front of it.
It's exactly where I'm at and what I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah.
So getting everything, the things I really want, my Uncharted collection, my Last of Us collection. You've seen it. It's in my display case. Of getting that curated, and then the bits I really want on top of the shelves, Vita displayed, PSP displayed, getting these little 3D printed displays. They look good. They do look good.
One thing that did make me laugh the other day, you were showing some pictures of the stuff that you were taking to the trade pile. And I distinctly remember saying to you, I asked myself this, RGT, do I need a copy of Football Manager PSP 1, 2, 3, 2010 to 2011? I don't know, do I? And then in the pile, I saw the foundation layer of that pile was Championship Football Manager games.
Yep.
The PSP.
Yeah, that's what made me get them out, because you reminded me I had them on PSP. Right, there, going. Goodbye.
I think I kept maybe the very last version because they're sometimes good to have on the go. But I think after a little bit of cold reflection.
Are you ever going to play it?
It's going to be getting a HEFO as well. Which did make, I was like, what?
I'll tell you what has gone. This will shock you. Barbie's Horse Adventures on the original Xbox. That got a boot. That's gone.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. I think, I'll be honest with you, RGT, this last year for your soul must be very cleansing internally.
It's actually, as addictive as having a game collection is, it's addictive actually getting rid of it. Now I'm just like, right, what's going next? I'm just like throat chopping everything, get off the shelves, gone. So with this last lot I've just done, I got about nearly £200 in credit, which I'm now getting the Last of Us
Do me a
PS4 Pro
solid.
console to go in the display cabinet. So,
Okay, well, I'll be honest, I'm bored for this, but I think we should do an experiment.
right.
Close your eyes for me, RGT, and randomly wail your arms around until I say stop.
Yeah.
When you say stop, you'll push forward with your finger onto the spine of the game that we have randomly chosen.
What, from behind in the collection?
And the universe will decide whether it's worthy of the collection or whether you need to have one long, cold, hard look at yourself in the mirror.
Hang on, what you might not like as a game, I might like. So,
well, let's see.
Okay.
Prepare the randomator.
Which arm?
I think no. Well, you're a right arm man, so you're stronger with the right arm. So we'll go with that one. Yeah, you can wave that thing around for hours.
What about the arm?
No, flip it around on the other side as well. We're going to go into we're going to fully savage you.
God. I'm in a bit of a...
Stop.
Yeah.
Extend your right hand forward.
Yeah.
You've been fingering that section of the PS4 cupboard, so I think you're feeling quite safe, but we'll see. Oh, it's fallen down, which is even better. So what game is this?
Trials Fusion.
Get it gone. Physical, you don't need it. Waste of space, waste of skin. When is the next time you're going to put that in? I'm not denying it's not a good game.
There is I do love Trials Fusion. There is a reason I have kept this.
Why?
Because Mrs. RGT bought it for me.
Listen. If you're going to go down the sentimental route with everything I touch, I think this game's boring. RGT, it's time for the news. Scour the very darkest regions of the internet and to bring you the latest stories. First up, RGT. I'll take this. I've got me head on properly. Here's something I want to talk about, and thanks to Sammy Barker for giving us the opportunity to. Over on Push Square RGT, tried out a story, I heard Sammy. He's coming riding a very small white pony. I don't know why. I just feel it's the Push Square way. Headline is this: PS5 testing slideshow wallpapers for popular Welcome Hub feature. The Welcome Hub has become an important part of the PS5 experience. Really? Offering customizable widgets which allow you to show at a glance info that's pertinent to you. A recent update added a section for your most recently played releases, detailing how many sessions you've launched in total and how long you've spent playing the game overall. There's also widgets for your wish list, friends, trophies, and more. In addition, Sony's been bolstering this section with animated backgrounds inspired by popular first-party games like Stellar Blade, Ghost of Yotai. Recently added seasonal animations, which will change depending on the time of the year. Now, as part of the new beta test spotted by YouTuber Mystic. Now, Mystic is a man who needs some praise. My God, he is an absolute dude. I love his content. So head over there and follow him. God knows he needs support. Big show like ours, that's what we do. We help the smaller YouTubers, RGT. Mystic notes the company's toying with some new improvements. First is a kind of standby mode, which will fade out all the widgets and show the animated background like a screensaver when you idle. Mystic notes that while the feature is cool, the screensaver will only actually load if you've clicked into the Welcome Hub, rendering it a bit useless. The other addition is a slideshow start background. Hold up. Sit down. Don't worry. There's a pothole that could spill you all the way out, didn't it? Background which can pull from your favourite screenshots. You mean all the times I slip and hit the share button? Great. You can adjust the animation of the wipes and the speed at which the picture rotates. Some fun new additions then, which will likely get rolled out universally in the near future, hopefully with a little bit more refinement. So, RGT, I bring it here because I'll be honest with you. The PS5 menu, when it launched, it felt fresh. It felt different, obviously, because it wasn't PS4. And at the time, that was used as a line of delineation between the Series X, which was using the sort of ever-evolving, more kind of Windows style. Just because you got a new PC doesn't mean you're running the new Windows. Xbox, just because you got a brand new console, don't think you're getting a brand new update. For the Dash, you've got our new Dash. Deal with it. Okay. The PS5... new button here, new notification center there, new way of turning the console off here. If you load up the game and if the developer's bothered, you're going to get music and like quite a nice little splash page. If they haven't, if you're playing a PS4 screen from a third party, you're going to get the random PS5 menu music, just sort of restarting and playing again, and then an image. Sometimes if you're playing the game and you're halfway through it, instead of that nice art that you like, we're just going to display a random, pretty ugly looking picture from within the game as the background. No idea why we're doing it, but just to remind you that however you remembered the game, please remember before you start, it looks this awful. Like, oh, great, yeah, I kind of prefer the artwork if I'm honest, guys, but, you know, whatever. And for that reason, I felt a little bit disjointed and disconnected from the PS5 Dash redesign RGT. And then it graced us with the Welcome Hub. And I thought, the solve for all my issues, the salve for all my aches and pains. Unfortunately, you've littered it with that much garbage. You can't actually see the picture in the background you're meant to be getting me hyped about. So much so that I hear a new release, I hear about the animated version, I get a little bit giddy. I go in the Welcome Hub and I look at the selection of pictures RGT and I think, wow, this could be great. Go back to the Welcome Hub and it's basically clouded out with a load of apps and garbage. I want to like this section. I want to like it. But I feel they woke up realising that they sold quite a few themes last gen. Wondered if there was a way of squeezing us into buying themes this gen. Realised that their design idea had kind of committed them to forcing you to have this garbage on the Welcome Hub. Then realised that probably really, even Sony themselves woke up and thought, this is that garbage. Friend, we can't even charge for these. No, give them away for free so it looks like customer goodwill. And I'll try and write this expense off as a mistake. In the meantime, try and come up with a reason for them to give a rat's ass about the Welcome Hub. RGT, am I alone in that feeling, or do you feel equally as betrayed by this absolute sinew of garbage?
It's a weird place at the moment, the gaming platforms, and like you say, Xbox have always had this, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of mentality. Your dashboard is the same. Your Series X controller is, you know, pretty much an Xbox One controller, just a little tiny bit different.
I would argue, RGT, they were quite ahead of the training, maybe way more ahead of where we thought already in terms of them just thinking, this is the Xbox platform. This is an Xbox controller. It's not specific to the Series X, you big turd. Why would we do that? This is your Xbox dashboard. No, you can get that on Xbox. Whatever you want, if you want to.
Yeah, it's weird because they're almost completely opposite of each other. Whereas you get PlayStation, I always find it always fiddling. They're always fiddling with it. So like your DualSense, you know, from your DualShock 4, I mean, you've got the touchpad again, and you've got the microphones, you've got your triggers and your haptic feedback, but they're always fiddling with bits, and that also goes into your interface. I think something in the middle would be better, because I think Xbox, you know, I think if you love the Xbox interface, which I know a lot of people do, you don't like the PlayStation one, and vice versa. I find the Xbox One quite hard to navigate, but I know Boba doesn't like the PS5 one since he's had one. So
I can speak for both. I think there's arguments to be said. You know, that control center in the PlayStation where you access it to turn it off, there's no other freaking way without pressing that button. Now, some people like that.
Yeah.
After the PlayStation 4, it feels completely disconnected, dude. Whereas Xbox has always been like, here to turn off, here to turn off, here to turn on, here to go in here, there and everywhere.
Yeah.
I cut across you, but my God.
Yeah, and so I think a happy medium between the both. But I always find sometimes PlayStation and Sony, they fiddle too much, because at the moment where I turn my PS5 on maybe once a week, if that, And there's always something that they've changed, another update. Well, they've changed this now, and you just think sometimes just do what Xbox do, get your interface, it works well, the gamers and your customers like it, just calm down a bit. But like you say, this almost seems a bit of a monetization flip here.
To me as well, like you go into that welcome hub, and I want to enjoy it, and I've gone in and deleted half the widgets, but with that PlayStation's tile icon thing, the way they've done it, you lose half the screen the minute you click on it.
Yeah.
When you go down into the detail like you do on Welcome Hub, on PS4 you kind of like deleted some of the writing, that kind of disappeared, and some of the sort of extra widgets disappeared, and we're just left with like a solid piece of art. Or, God forbid, the theme that you spent money on, that's literally dead to you now unless you've got a PlayStation 4. And if you've got a PlayStation 4 plugged in to play your PlayStation 4 games and have a look at your random themes, and you've got a PS5, I'll be honest with you, hold up your medication. You've got serious problem, cowboy.
Yeah.
Or cowgirl. Or cow thing. You know, I'm not here to delineate. Whatever you are, if you're into cows, we got you covered here at the UCP. RGT, last word on this welcome hub, because I brought this here as good news, but I also bring it here to reflect on what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I think at the moment, especially with where the market is, they almost seem to be almost like forcing new things on us all the time. Like, that's a great new thing. Don't worry, because we're doing this for you. You know, don't worry, the PS6 is coming. We're with AMD. You know, we're all best friends, and it almost seems like they know something's happening in the market. We all know there's trouble in the market, and they're almost sort of distraction and trying these things. But sometimes you just think, just leave it alone. Do you know what I mean? It's just getting a bit overcomplicated.
There was something about an Xbox to this end still to the same. There's something about a theme or a wallpaper that you get to see that themes your area, basically. It's the background to your area, not the game, and that random still that it's chosen from some time. That's another thing. I know I touched on it in that preamble at the start, RGT. But when you get a new game, and you put it in, and you get the tile, and then you get that lovely background art, and sometimes the music as well from the game comes in and swells, and it adds like a layer of class. It's like you're about to go into this experience. I think, oh, this is awesome. Then you play the game. God of War was particularly irked me, because that loading music, that tile art and the background art and the music was so good. Then you play it for a little bit, and all of a sudden, it's a random picture of like a stool. And I go to...
Is that a wooden one, you mean?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a show where you do need to
that.
clarify. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I've gone from turning on the PlayStation, going to the Ragnarok tile and going, oh, that's nice, to now going to Ragnarok tile and immediately going, what is this?
Yeah.
In what mind did the developer go, I'll tell you what will look cool? Why don't we randomly choose a very close in, you know, not that great looking picture of a stool?
Yeah, I don't get that.
And a bowl of fruit and the dwarf's legs. Why?
Yeah, I don't get that at all. You think you just have a specific
resume where you left off.
Pictures you would use.
I didn't leave off looking at a stool.
Yeah. It's I don't get that at all, because it doesn't do the game much justice. It doesn't do your home screen much justice either.
Well, it makes the game that you bought look from a flashy experience to one that looks like it's the sort of thing they would show, like some desperate modder would show you as like an upgraded version of the PS2 UI. Like, wow, you got that running on a PS2. That's impressive. It's garbage, pal. Before what it is, it's impressive. Show me this on a PS5, I'll laugh you out of the room. I'll laugh you out of the room. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's always this, we know what they'll like. Well, I don't know if we do.
I'm also a little bit nervous that they think that we're all high-level digital photographers as well, because the other alternative option is that they show you screenshots that you've taken from your own games.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, some of the screenshots I've taken in games, I don't know if I want blasting across my 52-inch TV in front of the family.
And also, like now on EAFC 26, they've done this on 25 as well. They've really overcomplicated the replay and picture element. I mean, you need a degree in photography to do this, so they've really. And I just cannot get to grips with it. So, if they crop up with a screenshot of that, while mine's flying in the top corner from 30 yards, I'm taking a picture of the referee's bootlace on a muddy pitch, which is 30 yards up the way, because I cannot get the camera to move up and down and round all these buttons. And I'm going, well, how the hell? I missed the goal. What? Where's the ball? Bloody! Then I'm up in the sky and got this, 2D flat cloud picture. I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah, so
you need to stream that.
Mate, to see me have a breakdown while I'm just trying to get a picture of the ball flying in the top corner of the net, and there's me trying to zoom this camera around. That's not giving me a drone for the first time, and it just flying round for 30 seconds, up, down, round, smash straight in the floor. That's how that camera works. So yeah,
wow.
if they're doing screenshots of that, just going to clip up, then that is going to look a complete mess on my PS5 dashboard.
Ukrainian drone factory, wondering why their profits are up. It's because RGT can't even get one off the ground. They thought they were losing him in battle. They didn't realise they were just all fallen victims in Suffolk.
Oh, dear me, yeah. So, my screenshot library doesn't look good, so I don't really want that.
Mine resembles the one of a frightened child. I meant to press this button. Oh, I pressed up that. I want to get rid of it. Oh, you've pressed X. You've actually took a screenshot of this. Embarrassment. Yeah. I don't need to be reminded of my gaming mediocrity and age by displaying pictures of me, in high intense moments, having grabbed the screenshot button. Before we leave this RGT, you've reminded me of one of the most bizarre things I find about photo modes in games. Some games, you go in the photo mode, you take a picture within the photo mode, it goes within the game's photo library. In some games, they give you a photo mode. You get in it, and you look for the capture button. There isn't one. Because actually, what they want you to do is press the share button.
Yeah, take the HUD off.
The share menu to come up, and then press X to take the picture.
Yeah.
Just give me a button to press X, you weirdos.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I've done that many a time where it says remove HUD, so you remove the HUD off. Right, I got it level. How do I take the picture? So you bring the HUD back up.
I didn't realise they were going to cheat out and come riding in off the back of Sony's share button. That's not what I expected from you.
Yeah.
Although it does solve the problem of, maybe the rare occasion I get so lonely and... I mean, I'm married, but I'm not acting like a married man because I'm taking screenshots on my kid's game, my kid's toy. Let's leave that there, RGT. What's the next bit of news?
This was also from Sammy Barker again.
He's been busy. He'd be getting a pay rise.
Yeah, double dipping with Sammy.
Did we have to pay him? Because, we publicise a lot of Sammy's work.
Well, put it this way, I hope not, because petty cash is down to 36 pence and we've only got half a packet of Chewits left, so if he's happy with that, then we're all gold.
Dude.
What?
How can't be 30 pence left in the drawer because you said you were going to run an advertising campaign with a Suffolk Standard.
Yeah, I did. That's why there's only 36 pence left. It's quite expensive.
There'll be a lot of retro games in Suffolk, pal. Something tells me you might have made a boo-boo there.
Yeah, I'm starting to think I have as well, because 36 pence is probably only about a week's run and cost for us.
We normally at least you and your family on that now.
Well, exactly. So we've been eating the Chewits. So
broccoli's cheap, right? You could have a floret a night. I'll send you an aid package by Friday.
No, I've been scrumping the fields for potatoes at night and carrots and bits.
That's the actual art of taking grown produce without the authorization of the landowner.
That is correct.
Right, I didn't know. Okay, yeah, no worries.
So midnight wellies, carry a bag, off we go. So times are hard. Anyway, so over on Push Square.
Huh? I wasn't sure what scrumping is. Now you've sort of told me your outfit for scrumping, and I think it is what I thought it was before you told me it was the other thing it is.
Yeah. I'll leave that there with you. So over on Push Square, Sammy Barker says Valve won't subsidise Steam Machine. God, that's a mouthful. Expected to be pricier and than more powerful PS5. It's more in line with current PC market. Yeah, while we still don't have official pricing for Valve's Steam machine, we're starting to get a clearer picture about how much it's going to cost. And it sounds like it won't be competing with the more powerful PS5. In an interview with SkillUp, Valve developer Pierre-Loup Graffet explained that the company won't be subsidising the new console-like hardware, and fans should expect it to be priced similarly to equivalent PC. I think that if you build a PC from parts and get to basically the same level of performance, that's the general price we aim to be at. We'd like to be competitive with that and have a pretty good deal. But we're working on refining that. Right now, it's not a good time to have a good idea of what the price is going to be because there is a lot of external things going on. So no, it's not going to be subsidised. It's more in line with what you can expect from the current PC market. Of course, it's still difficult to predict exactly how much that'll be. Estimates range anywhere from $500 to $750 and beyond. What's becoming increasingly clear, however, is that Steam Machine will not be encroaching on PS5's territory at all and will be servicing a different segment of the market entirely.
Can I cut in, because you brought a pretty great news story there, RGT. Obviously, we've been talking about Steam and Steam Decks, and obviously Seb did his best to, I'll be honest with you, snake water salesman me into a PC a couple of weeks ago. If I wasn't so polite and British, I think I would probably have ripped his throat out. But I went along with it, played his game, and there's some arguments to be said for Seb's points and the general points made about maybe some advocates of the Steam business platform that they're putting together here. One thing I want to say is, initially I thought to myself, this is an own goal, not getting this in at a price point of the comparable console performance. And it is currently pegged at a little bit similar to Series S performance, according to Digital Foundry, which is interesting. Now, price-wise, it certainly raised my eyebrows, probably like an early 80s cartoon character, 4 foot above my actual head.
Yeah.
And I dismissed this immediately as just a ridiculous move. And then I stopped and thought to myself, well, maybe not. Obviously, they want to be price sensible, price reasonable. And by that, I mean the box actually stacks up for a cost, and then they sell that cost with profit to remunerate. They aren't looking to try and early sort of couple of gens ago console style, trying to smooth this under the radar with a low cash price, get you addicted to a library, get you hooked into the Steam ecosystem, and then lock you in. And that, would be a good idea. All right, yeah, it's not the highest specs, but I get access to the full Steam catalog, and within that I can play whatever I like. And a lot of the online accessory or prices that are charged, subscriptions, etc., by the console manufacturers, I am free of. This technically pays for itself. I can see that argument forming, and partially I'm in line with it. But the part I don't get, RGT, is they're new to the scene. They're already making a Steam Deck for this money or less. They've removed the screen. They've removed the battery technology. One would think they should be able to nail this out the door if they're not looking at chasing the highest specs. They should be looking at being the least painful way of getting in under your TV. And what, if they're fighting for TV space, RGT, is a very crowded area. What do you think of Steam's strategy here?
Originally, I thought this was a great idea because I thought, if you think in numbers, PS5 sold 85 million or so consoles, plus you got still people playing PS4. You've got over 100 million people playing on the PlayStation format. Now, you really want to be making them people think, well, if you come in at under the price of a PS5, then there's a good chance that me, you, people who play PlayStation or even Xbox, for instance, are going to say, do you know what? I might have a little dip in Steam, 350 quid. I could probably do it. I won't get a PS5 Pro. I'll get a Steam machine and do it. But now to actually be more expensive than the main market leader who you're probably trying to lure them people across at with a less powerful machine, I know I'm changing my angle on this a bit. I'm now starting to think, who is this aimed at? Because if you're a Steam user anyway, your likelihood is you've got a pretty banging PC. You're not going to buy one. No. So it's going to be more likely console gamers who are going to buy it. But then if you're aiming at a price that's more expensive than the people you're trying to lure, I don't know where it sits. It's floating in this nowhere world. I don't quite know where this sits.
Ninty used a very clever strategy and pricing strategy with the Switch 1 to make itself that comfortable, and by this is no disrespect because I'll explain this as I go along, that comfortable second console. I don't mean by any stretch that the Switch is the second machine. I don't by any stretch say that it's second in terms of sales numbers. But the way Nintendo kind of broke the hardcore market again was by saying, here's this thing you can have in your pocket. It's a price, but it's not unreasonable in the world that you play in.
No.
Plus, here's this big catalogue of games, not at launch, admittedly, but, you know, the Switch was peppered with titles very quickly from Nintendo themselves and third parties. That it then kind of hung around with its very, minimal UI, it's straight to the game's attitude. And it was that perfect sort of second foil when you wanted a bit of something different, or you were working away, or in between games, or doing some multi-screen enjoyment with the family.
Yeah.
The Steam machine, the Steam Deck, does fulfill some of those ideas, but is at the upper end of the price, if I may be so bold. The Steam machine fulfills none of those properties and is the upper thick end of price, especially compared to its comparable specs, is way out of bed.
Yeah.
What?
Well, there's two things here for me. One is we all know that the big three don't tend to make profits off hardware. They make profits off the software. This being Steam, I would imagine they need to make a profit off the hardware, hence the high price. I mean, I remember when the PS5 first released back in 2020, they were saying there was $1,200 worth of parts in it for a machine that was $450. So, but they made that back in software, whereas Steam, that's a bit of a different kettle of fish there. But also, there's another story I saw that came out yesterday that the Xbox is now putting the price up again on their consoles, and PlayStation will be following. And the reason for this is these massive AI hubs they've been building has just been hoovering up all the RAM chips. And to get these RAM chips, the price is going through the floor, hence why consoles are rising, which might be another reason why Valve was probably aimed to go in at a certain price point and thought, whoa, hold on. These RAM chips we need, we're competing with Sony, who are ordering 20 million at a time, and Xbox and Switch. And then not only that, mobile phones, laptops, tablets.
Yeah.
And these AI hubs are just hoovering these RAM chips up. So I reckon that price point is going up for them 2 reasons. Me personally, they need to make a few quid off this. Plus, this chip shortage, they're going to be fourth in line at the very least of getting these chips. So I think this could be a reason why. And the problem with that, like I said, is it puts them in no man's land, because if you haven't got a console, or you want to upgrade, if you're still on a PS4 or Xbox One or original Switch, and you're thinking, right, I want a console for at home. Oh, what's this Steam machine? It's the power of a Series S. Yeah, I can get a PS5 for less, which is more powerful than the library. It's a tough sell. And I know I've done a U-turn on this, but I really thought if this came in at $350, you're going to draw a lot of people over to have an extra console at this price point. If it's right, this is all hearsay at the moment. If that price point is correct, I think this could struggle.
I think the price point is correct. I think you're adding a little bit of definition you've given us today about the very insightful and to the minute news of the RAM shortages. I think it's very interesting. I was reading an article that Sony kind of insulated themselves against that a little bit, and we're kind of looking to avoid a price rise, but inevitably it's only a stopgap.
Yeah, I think Xbox is going up. I mean, this will be the third increase this year. I think Xbox
It's volatile
is going
marketplace, but yeah,
because they're ordering smaller quantities because they're not selling the hardware. Where I think with Sony, these chip manufacturers will give them the deals. Will still give them the deals because they're selling gangbusters. You know,
and they're
like
bulk
Switch
ordering up front.
They're bulk ordering 20 probably million at a time. I think I did read somewhere that it was 20 million a time that they bulk order. So that's where that's going to be fulfilled.
This was their insulation, but I don't think it's going to be for long because how long before the AI companies are buying more than Sony?
Well, ironically, what I found is one of the biggest AI hubs is Microsoft. They built this huge, massive AI hub. I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah, Bing shit.
Yeah, and they've built this massive AI hub. They're absorbing all these RAM chips, yet they're having to put their own console Xbox price up because they can't get.
I'll be honest with you, mate. I think it shows you the business priorities for Microsoft, and that's the problem.
Definitely.
When you're a wider technology company, and Sony are guilty of this to a degree, but nowhere near as forward-thinking as Microsoft in terms of software. Hence chasing the AI dragon, like Billy-O. It's like Microsoft needs to be in front and center leading that charge, or if it's not, then it might already be game over. So hence why they're chucking the money and leading the charge and providing the infrastructure and the clouds for maybe other AIs to hinge off.
Yeah, and they got that money up front to predict, like when they done with online gaming and bits of it. They've got the money to chuck it in saying, we think this is where we're going in 5 years, but if it doesn't matter.
Yes.
100 million to us. All right, we took that chance, but that's gone.
They're the sort of people that need to be able to sell you AI services in 10 years. Sony are not the people that need to be able to. They're the customers of Microsoft's AI services in 10 years.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
and that's probably the clear delineation. And also, you're Microsoft. I hate to say this, but I know people. George, they've got infinite money. They've got infinite money to a point. You're trying to launch, get ahead, and be a leader and have a market similar dominant position in 10 years' time as you have now in the advent of AI. You got to spend boatloads of cash right now. Are you overly bothered about your gaming division at this point? No. A little bit, but not really. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit more interested in what the next version of Windows looks like as compared to whatever the next Halo game is you're making, or even, no disrespect, Call of Duty. Get it out, get it made, get it sold. I don't care what it goes on as long as you make me X. That's a lot of money. We'll make
Sadly, it's true. They're just dipping a toe in, just keeping their toe dipped in the gaming side.
I think this kind of move to a software developer or publisher / developer is starting to make a lot more sense to me in terms of Microsoft's wider. Now, at the moment, they're clearing up, but this AI robotic drive that's kind of leading the charge in technology at the moment is almost like the transition from horse to steam power in the Industrial Revolution. It's big.
Yeah.
And they can't afford to get left behind. So the world's changing so fast these days. I don't know how companies like that are supposed to keep up with it. But, RGT, we unexpectedly get new toys for grown men out the back of all this technological advancement. So
exactly, yeah.
I'm not going to complain too hard, but I think that brings us to the end of an interesting but quiet news week. As we said last week, we're going to start trying to incorporate listener comments, thoughts, queries, opinions on the news we may have missed, etc., etc. We want to have those talking points with you going forward. Might treat it like a news section. Here's a depends how many we get, I guess. Here's an email in from, I don't know, Badabingster or John from Wigan. Wants to know RGT's opinion on the best hidden gems for PS2, or wants to know George's opinion on the Halo series, or George, I've got a pet cat. I was wondering about getting a pet dog. Oh, well, yeah, let me wade in on that. It's the sort of thing I think people want to know, our opinion on RGT. I'll be honest. So, questions at unofficialcontrollerpodcast.com. Email us to be featured on the show, either an opinion, a thought, a concern. It doesn't have to be related to the news we talked about. It can just generally be a thought for you about gaming. Like one day I woke up one morning and thought, why the hell aren't they doing demo discs on magazines anymore? I think my point to that would be, why aren't they doing magazines anymore? But, whatever you want to throw at us, we're up for, basically, and we want to encourage that sort of listener interaction we had back in the early days of the show. Secondly, I want to take this moment to thank everybody that listens. I want to thank everyone in the Discord as well. I also want to ask you from the bottom of my heart, if you're listening to this, we've launched a new channel in a bid to give you content off the back of some of you paying to support the show. We'll get to you in good time. It's allowed us to do more. It's allowed us to do more for the freeloaders. So you don't have to pay anything to get anything from this show. In fact, we welcome you just as a listener. But one thing we do ask, it's not that big an ask, is you download it, you subscribe, you follow, and you tell a friend, and you get them to do the same. If they're not listening to you, if it's all feeling a bit like a Netflix recommendation, grab them by the throat, gently. I don't want to leave marks. Something that can be traced back to the show. I don't want that heat. Okay? You hold them there while you grab their phone, face unlock, done. That's why you've got them by the throat. You go in, you download Spotify, Apple Music, whatever garbage you can get hold of, tune in, Deezer, not the ones that RGT said we haven't been listed on yet. Pull your finger out, guys. You're the smallest areas. And you take the longest to approve a show. Nobody is small. Small breeds small. And then you take that and you download it multiple times across all those different platforms on that one device. And then this time next week, me and RGT can retire off all the free listens that we've had.
I'm not sure that'll happen, but it would be nice.
Someone living the fantasy with me, please.
Yes.
We're giving you a great in flashback. I think RGT, the UCP, I genuinely believe is a great product for a gamer. Gives them something to listen to. Some light-hearted banter, and not even talking about the extra stuff. I'm not talking about the Discord and all the free bits and bobs that we give them. No, not that. Just the show alone, to get you to and from work, giving you a bit of gaming news, a bit of opinion. It's your mates in the car that you listen to on your way to work, and you think, let's see what RGT makes of this game. Well, it's not going to talk about it. It's going to talk about a PS3 game 20 years ago. But you know what? I like him enough where I'll let it get away with it. I don't care he's not playing Ghost of the Yotai. I really don't care.
And also, if you have a game shop, or you're a member of a game community, or you have friends, if you want me to send you some flyers, we have vast amounts of little A5 flyers. If you feel that you think, well, I'll tell you what, I'll help the boys out. Let's stick a few in my local game shop. I'll send them to you. Let me know. I'll get them sent to you. And that really helps with finding the flyer drive. Really helps us because you tend to hit them areas where social media is good and you get it shown, but when you're in a game shop, you're getting flyers.
Do you know what I like about the flyer though, RGT? Not only is our beautiful artwork this time round from Harvey Retro beautiful to look at, and even though it's got our faces on it, right, it's beautiful to look at, but it's also infinitely displayable. In a world of can you just scan this QR code because we can't run to the budget of doing some hard paper printing just like the old school days. When the UCP maintains an addiction to printing like Pete Doherty does to chemicals, I think we're in a good place, RGT. We're giving people physical property to hold, display on the wall, and memorise. Not only that, it's insanely beautiful as well. I think those flyers are working for us because they are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you again to Harvey for that.
Yeah, brilliant. I'm thinking of doing some flashback ones, and I'm also thinking of doing some sort of crossovers. So a flyer with both shows on. So let me know if
yeah. Why don't you do it like a 1990s Maybe late 80s WrestleMania poster.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But yes, so if anyone would be obliged to do that, we would be very happy, and I could soon get them sent out to you. That's a great shout. I know there's a couple of people I've got to send some to, which I haven't, which I will do. If you're listening, I will do. But yeah,
hey, don't make yourself feel guilty. I've still got that sort of USB PSP adapter plug to send you.
I'd forgot all about it.
It's what brought about that PSP sort of reawakening, dude. I tell you, it's a game changer.
Oh no, I can't wait. But yes, so yeah, just thanks everyone, and like I say, I hope you like the show. We're very proud of it. Yes, me especially, very proud of doing it. So I hope you enjoy it. And the episode 1 will be out today. So like I say, download on every device you've got. Give us that push, and if you could leave us a little review and share us along.
It's a little bit like Christmas. You're in the UCP universe. So let's take the customer journey, the listener journey of someone who woke up this morning. They looked at the podcast they listened to, and they were like, "You know what? They're all right, but I'm a bit sick of those guys. They're not real. They're not real people. They're not proper gamers. I'm going to search." Today, someone woke up straight up in bed, frustrated with their current life choices, especially around their gaming podcast. They went searching, found the UCP main show pretty quickly because it's obviously up there in all the rotations. Straight on that, like a locust across sort of 200 BC Egypt. Boom, strict raided, downloaded the whole back catalogue, full, owned it. I don't know what that fun was. I think it was a bit sexually aggressive. I'll take it back.
Yeah, I mean, I actually saw it in video form as well, which was it sounded.
I tend to bite down on my bottom lip when I do it, which kind of gives me a little bit of, currently as well, especially a little bit of an inbred look up. It's not the face you want bearing down on you during that moment.
No, definitely not. I mean, to me, I feel slightly disgusted, but carry on. Yeah, a little bit of...
Anyway, listener journey. They then listened to this episode and realised there's a whole other show they didn't know about. So they suddenly got 2 for 1. Not only did they get a slice of modern and future, they also get a slice of past. And they are living in all moments simultaneously. They've never been happier. They've got probably 3 hours of content plus a week.
Yeah.
And he's just looked at the price, shaking his head in disbelief. He's like, this is free. This is outrageous. I'd pay $3 a month for that. Well, guess what, listener journey? Welcome to the party, because we've got something for you. Welcome to the show. It's your first ever show, but guess what? You feel simultaneously compelled to throw $3 at me. And the host has said, don't give me any more, you trump. All right? You're going to get a T-shirt for this. You're going to get read out on the show. Simmer down. Don't give me any more money. Of course, if you want to, there are added benefits. But getting in at £3, going to get you a T-shirt. It's going to get your name read out on the show like this list of beautiful people coming up, RGT. And I tell you what, never has there been a time more likely where you're going to feel very satisfied with what you're doing. Because we're rapidly approaching the 300th episode RGT. And behind the scenes, people who care about the show, not me, are producing some extras for the show.
Yeah.
To me, it's just a number. But I appreciate the strength and recognition of getting to 300 episodes to do. And I appreciate the journey that everyone's been on with us to get here. So they're right. You're right. They're right. Let's freaking celebrate it. Mm-hmm. I'm just probably not the person that recognises what's good about the show. So I leave that to people that can see the unique value of it. Because sometimes I'm probably a bit too close to the oven to recognise I'm burning the milk.
Yeah, so we have got something very special for the 300th, as we mentioned last week. We've got someone working very hard in the background, doing some designs and
Have you fed them yet? Have you allowed them to come up for food?
Not till they're complete, no. Get it done, and you might have a little glass of water and some bread.
We're talking about them doing the artwork, or...
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, amongst other things. Wow. Yeah. But yeah, it's looking very good. So how that is displayed to you subs, we don't know yet, but you will be getting something special. Just to say, as a little extra thanks for your commitment to the show, and and putting your hands in your pockets every month, which is just unbelievable, and has really helped us develop the show, do things, do artworks, do extra shows. It is a lifesaver to us, and I know we say it all the time, but yeah, just thanks to everyone. So hopefully this will be a little thank you back and a little something to say. Yeah, I appreciate the guys for
Just to reassure everyone about the fact that George didn't pop up on the Discord. For the length of time you've not heard from me during this podcast, I've been in my phone trying to work out how to look at the subs list. So
it's sent to you on message, so that's why.
I
sent it to you.
No, I know
this
you
morning.
did, but I couldn't find the message app. I couldn't.
Do you want me to resend it to you?
No, I've got it now. I've got it now.
Right. Okay.
But I want to reassure people it took me that long. And one thing I've got a confession on. As an adult, one of the most annoying things that you have is that you buy a subscription and then people around you, not necessarily family, end up freeloading on it.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, God, yes.
That woman who walks a dog with your auntie who's got your login for Amazon Prime happened to mention a series. That woman said she didn't have Amazon Prime. So your auntie freely gave away, of course, your login details to Amazon Prime. So June, on the dog walking group, can watch the latest episode of Ryan Carter or whatever. Now, I don't really mind about that, whatever. But this week, this past 2 weeks actually, and I want to confess that I am a grown man with children who is freeloading on his daughter's subscription for Discovery Plus.
Oof.
And it's allowed me to start getting caught up on the 3 to 4 years of Gold Rush, the TV series. Which
I knew you were going to say Gold Rush.
I'm addicted to Gold Rush. I don't even care. I'm Tony Beats, man. I style his hair. I will walk with Parker for days. Come on, baby. I'm loving this gold haze. Woo!
Whoa, that coffee's kicked in. The coffee has kicked in.
I don't think that's called coffee. I think that's called contact cleaner. Spray it in the lid, leave it around. It's a little bit like poppers. It's the new era. Go with me. We can say these things now. But it's for sort of gamers. Okay.
Wow.
Come up with a brand name. I'll spray this in bottles. We'll sell it as UCP Air Room.
Gamer juice. Yeah, I shouldn't always say what comes in my mind.
You wouldn't want to spill contact cleaner in those. You won't.
Anyway, where are we headed here?
I don't know. You pulled me up for getting excited. All I'm saying is I'm now that piece of turd, a grown man who's basically co-opting off his young daughter's subscription to Discovery Plus. And off the back of watching this much Gold Rush, let's do the Tom. Play the game, buy the game, live the game, eat the game, be the T-shirt. Do all of it.
Yeah.
I downloaded Gold Rush again, the game.
Oh,
and
your biggest disappointment in gaming.
And you can get your subs listed a minute. Chillax, this is important. During this god-awful sort of invasion of my own headspace to download the game that I know is garbage and will be ultimately disappointed by the time it downloads, there's a sequel coming out, and it's on Unreal Engine 5, an RGT. It's got multiplayer in it.
But it's going to be garbage.
And it looks absolutely phenomenal.
It's reminding me, I don't know if I can... No, I can't reach it from here. It reminds me of another game that I've got. Oh, can I... No, I can't get to it. Reminds me of another game which I had a similar premise of. I'm still sitting there with the wrapper on. It's called Roadcraft.
You bought Roadcraft?
Oh, yeah, on day and date, and it still isn't unwrapped because after all Expeditions and everything else, I loved Expeditions and, yeah. So
Snowrunner left me feeling burnt out. I go back to it every now and then and it just feels so... what I liked about the idea of expeditions was it made things a little bit more accessible.
Single player was
Snow
great
Runner
fun.
Is so barren though, dude, isn't it?
Yeah.
And doing a job on your own is, and this is the letdown of Gold Rush. You got to dig the gold. You got to put it in the truck. You've got to drive the truck to the trommel to wash it. Like, hang on a minute. Even in Farming Simulator, I can get a dude to do the digging. I've got to be everything to everybody all at once. I can't do that. Anyway, RGT, I think I've taken enough of indulgence during the subsection of the show
Yes.
to talk about my... Look, I think Infest is a thing you're already kind of half forgiving yourself for mentally, so I'm over it now. RGT,
Yes.
these people, this list of what can only be described as good, honest, decent people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll go with that for now. Good, honest, decent people have decided in their infinite wisdom to support the show at the $3 or higher level. Now, they are gods to me, especially because a lot of them pay the full amount. And I'll be honest with you, that blows me away. Not only its generosity, but just the scale of support the show receives. It is phenomenal, and it blows me away every time. And that's why we try and overload you with goodies to try and make sure that we can get to sleep at night. So we feel morally right, because we know that there are 4 clowns, sometimes 5, that are speaking absolute garbage down the microphone. So we do bloody appreciate the hell out of you.
Oh yeah, incredible it is, and especially this week we've got another new sub.
New subscriberio.
And you don't realise how excited that makes us, because George always sees it first, so I'll get a little message through saying, we've got another sub, and I'm just like, oh,
is this your uncle? Yes.
Yeah. I'm now paying out £150 a month, but there you go. It's
I'm
running out of names I can make up, but
it's part of the perk of being on the show.
Yeah.
Okay? You pay me tribute, a bit like Captain Jack. We pay you tribute? Yes, you do.
But
I would like this, because I want them in my mouth for the first time. I want to take their UCPV, baby. Okay? New subscribio.
You sure you're all right
Scarlet.
Yep.
That sort of, I confess, Captain Scarlet, I think I'd nailed the Mr. on drums at the start, but in a bid to stay close to the theme tune, I went raw, but left myself emotionally open, and it got co-opted into the Captain Planet theme tune at the end.
Yeah, it's a bit of a remix. Bit of a mashup.
Bit of a misremember, if I'm honest with you. Or, yeah. Thank you, Captain Scarlet, but apologies.
Thank you very much. That's very much appreciated, and welcome to the family. So, and your T-shirt will be with you in the next week. So, I hope you enjoy that. Wear it with pride.
What did he choose?
He's got the standard artwork, because it's just, a lot of people love the standard artwork.
White or black tee?
I honestly can't remember now. I think it's black. I think.
Nice.
I can't
I
remember.
want to see some more of the whites, to be honest with you, because I've seen loads of the blacks and they're super cool, but I think you've shown me 1 or 2 of the whites that people have ordered, and it just looks so fresh.
It's quite interesting as well, because the people we have do it have offering a lot more things now as well. So there's, polos and hoodies and caps, and so yeah, I've been quite tempted with caps.
Baseball caps.
Yes. Caps.
RGT, go in the Swiss bank account, the UCP Swiss bank account, download.
We've got a Swiss bank account.
Yeah, we've got a Swiss bank account full of cats. I was a cat burglar in a past life, so I filled this bank account full of cats. So I want you to go, withdraw 2 Siamese, and get me a cap.
Okay. Oh, just for you. Just one for you, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
I'll prototype it. If I look half decent in it, you're going to look awesome in it. So then you can get one with the other 2, with whatever is left of cats. I think there's a couple of dogs, like you have pure breeds and you have mongrels. But with cats, you just have cats.
Are you all right today?
I'm not sure. Why do you ask?
No reason. Next up on the list.
What is a mongrel cat called?
No idea. Just be some sort of...
You say, "Oh, George, are you okay?" And then I say something that's causing me issue mentally, and I say it, and I immediately see you go head over heels and ditch over it. It's like, oh, yeah, actually, I've never even thought what you call a mongrel cat. Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know why we're even discussing what a manky old pussy looks like. I don't know why we're even going down that route.
Oh, right. Okay.
It caught me off guard a bit.
Now you framed it up like that, I want to get all up in it. So let's talk about it some more.
No. Next up on the list, we have the wonderful Retro Ed. Thank you very much, Retro Ed.
What an absolute hero. He's the man over on the YouTube making it happen for us. He's commenting, he's doing things.
He's brilliant. And another thing I like Retro Ed, as soon as, I put anything flashback up or do a little thing on Instagram, he's instantly reposted it, a bit like Badder Binkster and a few of the other subs.
Be like Retro Ed.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's straight up there. So thank you. Appreciate for all what you do, Retro.
Someone else you should be like as well. He saw me not being represented on the show. Didn't have enough support. Okay. He could have come on as Carlos. He came on as the One Man George fan club. Now, that's the guy I can get behind.
Yes.
In every way you could imagine. But I'll also let him get behind me.
Yeah. And he's just been in America on holiday. And, he's been showing some game shop snaps and games he's been picking up while on his travels, and brilliant.
I need to give him my WhatsApp number because I just need this direct. I think if you subscribe to the show, I think I should just give you my WhatsApp number because I just need it straight in my eyes. I can probably deal with that.
Yeah.
Going to Discord, like, well, what the hell's going on? Like, why am I seeing a picture of Ginge? Like, what? Ginge is swollen. What the hell's going on with firm returns? He's juggling. Holy shit.
Next up.
Is that all him? God, it is. I love how there was this moment of the show where everyone suddenly got like ripped or firm added to their name because all of a sudden we started seeing pictures of our listeners and they're all absolute washboard stomached gods.
Yeah.
I'm here representing the sort of slightly more rotund gentleman these days. I've had to sort of become the person I want to attract to the show.
Yeah.
I think I was attracting myself
the
male
dad
and
game
female
side of it.
supermodels. Yeah, like, what the hell's going on? It's like the best looking community that you've ever seen in your life. Fair play to you, beautiful people.
Which nicely adds us on to Firm Returns himself, so thank you very much.
An apology to the Nigerian royal family. Seemingly what Firm Returns was dealing with last week was actually true. So, if you want to have a little deal with Opundo Investments, whatever it was called, probably mispronounced it. I think I'm not very good at African, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, Firm Returns reckons it's a good deal. So if you want to follow him on X, he's got even more great, insane financial advice to take you from tramp to Trump within a week.
That needs to be on a T-shirt. Firm Returns from tramp to Trump in a week.
Firm Returns investment services from Trump to Trump in a week. Seriously, I don't care if it's AI or what the fuck. I don't give a rat's ass. I'm swearing today. I don't care. I'm excited.
Oh, God.
I want this in the download section by tea time. Depends when I get the show out, to be honest. I'm tired. It might be out by Monday. If you're listening to this on Sunday, it's
note here. Do not let George have 2 espressos before
and don't let George near the electrical contact cleaner.
Yeah. Jeez.
The room aromarizer. The UCP room aromarizer. Basically, just let tin off the paint in the corner of the room. Whew.
Right, who we got next? Come on, let's get this.
I don't know who I am anymore.
I gathered that.
Up next, it's the beloved second home to me in New York and the main home to the show in Series 2 when we moved there. It's the beautiful, we even recorded an episode with Dick Trestles. It's the beautiful Trestles of New York.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Next up, we have the wonderful Rose Space Monk, who was asking me a few questions on my tent box this week. So I reckon he might be thinking of doing a bit of glamping. So Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. It's very, very good. But yes, thank you as always, Roast.
Is it a roof box?
It's a roof tent.
But it's the box. They're called roof boxes, aren't they? As well, or tent boxes, or whatever. Tent box.
That's actually the brand is tent box here.
Oh, is it? Sorry, and you've got
Hashtag
like the
not spod.
nondescript third-party one, or have you got the tent box?
No, I've got tent box. Yeah.
You've gone full branded.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get a sponsorship deal. Tent box.
Yeah, I'll message him. So I gave him a shout out on the show. He's a gaming podcast, nothing to do with
You've
camping,
managed to secure the sale of another one to a colleague, Roast Basement, to a listener, Roast Basement. He's our friend and, beloved family member now, but, in terms of you selling yourself to tent box.
Yeah.
Bit of commish. Pay it to me. You get your 10% from that. Awesome.
Wow.
Right, up next. Sit down. I may trick you into thinking I'm an idiot, but actually, do you know what? I'll have you. I'll have my Lego bricks out, and I'll build a picture of a dog.
Jeez.
Ciao tutti, stammi bene. Prego, e tu? Fantastico. Grazie mille, Badabingster. Grazie mille. Badabingster? Scusi? Tante belle cose. Stammi bene. There we go. We're done.
Brilliant. Thank you, Bada Binkster.
To be honest, it's going to feel like me saying all that's going to feel a little bit like he's on his granny's knee. But, being embraced in your mother tongue. No, not. Thanks, Binkster. Who's next?
Yeah, probably a good time to stop that one. Next up, we have the connoisseur of the Nintendo JRPG. His beautiful library, the Zelda cravat. It is Tingle Tuner.
Everything in his life is beautiful. His wife, his kids, his gaming collection, his career, himself, his house. Anything he's got the very best of.
Yeah, he's perfect. He is perfect.
Oh, he is, isn't he? He is.
Wow, that was a noise.
Oh, I like it. I like him. I confess to want to be a bit like him, but I don't even know the first place to start, to be honest with you. Someone else I want to be like, I'll be honest with you. Wouldn't mind spending a day in his shoes. It's the sheriff, one of the sheriffs. We've got two sheriffs, like a shotgun. We call them the Winchester boys because they're double barreled. Did you agree?
The Winchester boys. My God,
That's it.
You are on form today. My God.
Something like that, anyway.
That's like a baddie in Red Dead. You better look out for them Winchester boys.
Don't be saying anything too controversial on this score. You're a whip snap with the Winchester boys.
Oh, my God.
They won't mess about out of the sun. They'll ban you. They'll block you. Anyway, one of the Winchester boys, as he's now colloquially known, is Digital Monkery. Thank you, sir, for all you're doing. I'm seeing the text you're sending me. I think I need a Nokia. I can't work an iPhone. I'm loving the suggestions. I'll talk to you on the text. I don't know why. We're conducting our private affair right here in the support section. Who's next, RGT?
Next up. Oh my God, you got me bloody stammering over me words now.
Wow, that's what I'm known for now. Founder of the show and stammerer.
Yeah.
Anything else? No. Well, fuck quit.
Wow. There's some F-bombs in this show today. We have Bald Border. Thank you very much, mate. I hope you're getting on well with Hades. And I did send him a picture of my Hades 2 the other day, and he was like, yep, can't wait to play that. And I was like, you're going to love it, mate. If you're enjoying Hades 2, you're going to really love it. But thanks again for your support, mate.
I think the last supporting Christian Greek probably just walked out the door today. I'm sorry for that. Thank you for the support to this far, to the journey to this point. But it's a Sunday morning, the like of which we ain't recorded in at least a week. Because normally we got into the habit of recording on a Thursday, didn't we? At the end of the day, so we were very professional. Still had our ties on from a day of, telling people we didn't want their promo codes and we don't want any sponsorship deals. It's flat out here at the UCP doing that. Trying to stay pure to you. We're not taking any brown paper envelopes, are we?
No, definitely not. Until our deal next week with contact cleaner and tent box.
George, you said you would sell out. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't remember saying that. Anyway,
let's get this right back on track because
Yeah.
I do believe, right, the second part of the Winchester posse just pulled up. It's Boba.
Yeah.
He's here. He's looking sexy.
As
Saw a
always.
picture of him the other day of him looking quite cold in his shed. Winters took a turn here in the UK, and he was brandishing a brew. I think he displayed the temperature on his story, whatever. I was going to call it WhatsApp, but I don't think you get stories on there, do you?
No, I think you northern boys have had it a bit harder than us down here. So I think if you had snow,
as all northerners would tell you, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Full border officially. Your brain.
My God.
Who's
Right.
next?
Next up, with your red-haired stepson. It is Ginge, who has done another couple of platinums this week.
I mean,
so 717 platinums. Oh, my God.
I'll tell you what, Ginge, right, is the sort of stepson you want. Absolutely banging lad. I'm not even banging his mum anymore, and he still supports the show. Absolute legend. He's the sort of son you want. You know, I wish he was actually mine. He's what it is. You know, thanks for your support, Ginge.
Yeah, thank
Have you seen this thing doing the rounds on the internet? It's probably quite old. Classic me. I've probably discovered it 20 years too late. But have you seen that lass who's arrested for taking part in a robbery? I think I sent it to you on Instagram, and she's like, "I'm legally blind, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it."
Yeah.
Hand her a bit of paper, and she's like, they say, "Well, you can see, can't you?" See, barely. Gives it all that, gets in the car, and then suddenly out of nowhere gets real hard. She's like, "The police, G-Squad for life." Starts sort of crying.
Yeah. Almost singing it.
Yeah.
In a gospel voice.
The voice breaks. G-Squad for life. Fuck the police. I love you, Mom. I'm legally blind.
What? How did you get on that from Ginge?
I don't know.
I think it was when I started it. There was a reason. There was like the semblance of a reason.
And now you've forgotten that reason.
Yes.
Right, who's next?
It's the fourth time it's happened to me on the show. I'd say it's early onset dementia, but it is probably contact cleaner.
It definitely contact cleaner. You've been chowing down on that like I've never seen.
I'll be honest, mate. In reality, I think this is just what exhaustion feels like. It's Monday tomorrow, back to the UCP grind, and I'll be honest, with all this home stuff going on, like I just haven't rested. Today is a day of rest, and I'm probably going to waste it realising the Gold Rush game is garbage. Up next, the Lord of Darkness. It's Harvey Retro. He's going to come in, steal all the lightness, but make you feel good about it.
Yes, absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much, Harvey. Next, we have the wonderful Emma Sharp. I hope you're doing well in your new job, Emma. So glad to see you managed to find more work. So I hope you're doing well.
It's like the Alan Wicker or the Judith Chalmers of the show.
Definitely.
I'll tell you somewhere who wouldn't be any good, or you could argue might be great as a Monday Alan Wicker. It's our Greg, because I tell you where he's been, everywhere. I'll tell you where he hasn't been.
Nowhere near Berlin.
Smooth with a capital smooth. Next up, we have the wonderful Mumsy. Don't really need to say much about Mumsy, but thank you, Mumsy, as always.
Someone asked me the other day, for clarity, 34 triple Ds. RGT Fan Club has also got in touch. They've supported the show to the premium level, have to admit. Fair play to you. You've won a T-shirt. Quite how all 12 of you are going to wear it. Probably a rotation or a leg each or something. Or...
Yeah, well, I said to Mum and Dad they're similar size, so they can have a week each with a T-shirt. So thanks, Mum. Cheers, Dad. You know, I'm not made of money, so it's actually one of my old ones, but there you go. That's, you know. Yeah. Next up, we have one of the hardest men, apart from Ginge, is in our subs list. I'll leave you to giggle.
I just love the idea you give them a cast off as well.
Well, like I say, I've only got 36p in petty cash. I'm not made of money.
You ain't got that either because I've just bought you. I bought us a broccoli.
A broccoli?
It's the Lego version of a broccoli floret. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'll have to look that up. Broccoli. Yeah. Anyway, Pete Brocklehurst, thank you very much.
Nice work, you absolute dude. Coming in like the sort of breakfast side you never know you needed. He's going to turn a good meal great and a good meal terrible, depending on the side of the fence you sit. It's Billy Marmite, which,
unfortunately,
sticks me into the what I would call director's seat, really. One of the perks is if you want your name read out in any specific way, we've ad-libbed everybody, but we have specific contractual instructions for Zap Zangief where we need to scream his name in a post-coital fashion during various different imagined scenarios that we put each other through as co-presenters. Now, one of the ways I want you to deliver me the Fat Zangief this week, and just quiet on the set for me, please, is this Fat Zangief is what I would call a troubled Zangief. It's a post-apocalyptic movie. It's the end of the world. Everybody around you is with their partners, embracing, making love that one last time in the face of, abhorrent danger. It's the end of the world, literally. And this is how I'm picturing the scene. It's how I'm picturing the movie. It's literally the end of the world. Surrounded by this frightened love, you become a little bit lonely and a little bit intrigued by what's happening around you. Simultaneously, at that moment, you also watch the sun go supernova and a wave of energy blast through not only the planet and you, ripping you clean in half during the Zangief.
No. You've got to lay off his contact cleaner. My God.
Best show I've ever done.
Cleaning up.
Best show we've ever done. I maintain that to this day. I used to say it was alternative control. It's now whatever the hell AI calls this. And I hope that's the name. So, scene set, quiet on the set. Anyone who's not authorised to be on the set, because this is a big performance and he's obviously a little bit exposed. I want a clear set. Go. Gone. Kill it. Mumsy, get him gone. Perfect. And I want you to leave as well. I know you've seen it before, but not like this. Perfect. Once I give you the action, you take as long as you need and we'll do it in the edit, all right? So,
okay.
Action.
Fat Zangief! How's that?
It was exactly how I imagined someone Zangiefing to a room full of loved up lovers while watching the sun rip supernova clean through them. I mean, there.
They won't hear this in the show, but obviously I've had 2 hours practice now and we've just come back and I've just delivered that performance.
Yeah, and just so you know, I had to trade the broccoli floret for 14p to get the money back to pay Phil, the editor, to come back after I brutally sacked him.
Yeah,
his rates are low, so it works for us. To edit out what I can only call the 4-hour method that produced what, I'll be honest with you, at the end of the year at the Ponzi's, I think we need award for Best Zangief, so people need to submit in the Inglorious, which was the Best Zangief.
I think so.
And then we can do a nomination. So, RGT nominated for his Supernova Zangief, George nominated for his Paper Bag Rustling in the Wind Zangief. Seth for his Pulps Zangief. Scotty for his, I don't know, Razzle Zangief.
Razzle Zangief.
Yeah, I'm sure he's razzled a Zangief out at some point in time.
But yes, thanks to everyone in the subs list. We really appreciate it. I know we say it every week and you probably get bored of hearing it, but we do really appreciate you and thank you so much for all you do.
I'm just waiting for the time until they get bored of hearing us.
I hope that never happens, but it depends how much contact cleaner you keep indulging in. But
So my contact cleaner is having a negative effect on the lessons.
it's having a negative effect on me.
I think it's, is it Epka's like, you're loving it. Tell me what you're hoping to play, Stud.
Pretty similar to what I have been playing. I think a bit more resistance, more Halo 4, but I think mostly it's going to be Hades 2. I think start off the show. I'm going to have
Can I just say one thing in my defence, by the way?
Yes, you can.
As I just sorted my show notes out, I realised that you were always going to be in for a rough ride when it was this at the start of the show. With me, George, and this week joined by RGT, Rose to my Fred. If that wasn't a warning, clear above
it was
the
a
door,
massive warning. And
in neon lights, George has been at the contact cleaner.
Well, I do believe I've sort of half scribed into my notebook here. This is going to be a long one. So,
Banger.
yeah.
And I think George has said talking about Steam Deck for 8 hours.
No, it's talking about contact cleaner and talking about broccoli.
Every now and then you need a contact cleaner episode, you do.
Yes.
By the way, not even joking.
No, he's holding up a tin of contact cleaner. So
made by Silver Hour. I don't know what country of origin, but Silver Hour are based in Harold Wood, London. So if you're a fan of their products, hop onto www.silverhook.co.uk and a branded electrical contact cleaner looking to have that out for the 300th episode. You wanted surprises? You got them. Also want a T-shirt, Silverhook contact cleaner, UCP edition by supper time, darling. Supper time. Anything else you're hoping to play? Hades 2 quite fiercely forced itself into the rotation, I see, and Ball X Pit's been thrown out like a used rag out the car valeting bay. Yes. Took a clean one there. What's anything retro you're going to play? Anything, a little bit of a stalwart through that pile of degrading silicon you surrounded yourself in? Or is that just an ode to your sort of mood room?
I've been in a bit of a dilemma as how to set up my retro stuff at the moment. I think a lot of people are going to think, oh my God, what are you doing, RGT? But I've got
plastic gamer.
Thank you. I've got the old consoles. I've got a few of my old consoles all running through, like say, OSSC, but I've also got my Retron 5.
I was going to, can I pick your brains on that? So your new setup, obviously a little bit sort of, has to be a little bit tighter, curated display, everything, because you've obviously seconded a room in the home.
Yes.
I've just put two and two together, and Mills, if you listen, I'm sorry, you're an unfortunate casualty of Cat's addiction to video games, but
she get in her own place?
Yes, she is. Yes, she's, as of recording this, she moves out in a week's time. So,
Dons. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, my darling wife. I love you more than ever I've ever loved you. This gamer lounge isn't working for me. I need room. I need space to grow. I need to stretch out.
It sounds familiar.
I need somewhere for my collection to sort of grow into the collection it always wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
Is there... Yeah, a little bit like Hitler annexing Poland. Are you looking at annexing your daughter's bedroom anytime soon?
Oh, God, yes. Yeah. So she's going. I need the room. See ya.
Are you going to migrate in there? Or are you going to keep that as a spare room for guests or your daughter should she come back in?
It's going to be a cross between the spare room for guests and also my recording room. So my desk's going in there because I'm currently recording in the living room. So that'll be a little recording room in there out the way. So...
Nice.
Yeah, so that's what I'll be using that for. But yes, so I'll probably, if I do, I'm looking at like not having NES and SNES set up, but having them play them on the Retron through the TV HD, just to, the Retron plays like 11, 12 different consoles.
Is there any retro consoles, or I would class as retro consoles, that you are going to have up and you're going to say no to the Retron on?
Well, the ones that it doesn't play pretty much. I mean, I've got like N64 that runs through their SSC. I've got like the disc-based consoles, obviously, but also I've got like Mega CD because obviously you can't run that on your Electron. So, but then I haven't got my Master System set up, but I've got a Master System Mega Drive converter which does work on the Electron. So I thought, well, I don't have to
Wow, does it?
It does, yes.
Well, it's the Master System board in there using the jumper plate to try and using the jumper lines of the cartridge to get it up on the screen, isn't it? I think from memory. So
yeah. So that does actually surprisingly work on Electron. So I'll probably I'll just use that.
And on the Game Gear, did a version for the Game Gear, if you remember.
Yeah, there you go for
the Master System Mark 1 Master System converter, because there obviously is the 2. Version.
So I'll be using that. So I've sort of had to confine it down. So keep my disc-based ones, 360, original Xbox, PS2, because then I can play PS1 through, that sort of thing. Combine it down a bit and then run them through the SSC. So,
see, the furthest back I go in playable consoles plugged in is PlayStation 1. I find that a lot of my itches are scratched with the Nintendo Switch Online N64 area, the SNES area, the Mega Drive area within that. Admittedly, I've got a super soft spot for a Mark 1 stack, even if it's just the Mega CD 1 and the Mega Drive 1.
That's what I have. Well, I've got both, but I have the Mark 1 out because I just think that is gorgeous looking, proper.
Accommodating the 32X.
Not Rider tech.
Oh, yeah. Accommodating the 32X in that stack is a little bit, although it's the ultimate stack, it makes it that high that you can't get it in a TV unit without needing to sort of spit on the top of the cart, slide it in under the bottom of your TV center, and then straight down into the converter.
It looks like a Ninja air fryer. It's that big.
Put it in the kitchen. No one will even second class.
Put it in the Italian and was like, oh, what's that? Oh, mate. Why are you so uncultured? Get out.
Yeah.
The first time you drank beer eroded all memory of consoles, gaming. Yeah, beer.
So, I have, over the last sort of 12 months, I've purchased some new Mega Drive games, which I really want to play because I think there could be some hidden gems in there. So I want to get those played.
Please. I'd love for you to come back next week and us have a 16-bit sort of memory. When you say Mega Drive games, you're talking new old, or new?
New old.
Oh, good.
So
perfect.
I'd pick some good ones up, I think. So in box complete as well. So I need to play those. And
give me a taste of one that you've picked up that's going to get me wet.
Oh, I can't remember the name of it now.
I said that strangely, and it kind of left me feeling a little bit sexually exposed, if I'm honest.
I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked up a SNES game as well, which I think is a bit of an RPG, but I hadn't really heard of. So I think that could be a good contender.
What's that one?
I'm not going to say it yet because it might be the hidden gem. So.
Oh god.
But also, okay. I think I picked up a shooter, and I can't remember what the other one was on Mega Drive. But
a side-scrolling shooter?
I believe it's vertical shooter. I think.
Oh, but that style.
Yeah. So,
because obviously shooter can mean like COD in this day and age as well, can't it? And I was like,
I sort of talking
what is that? Wolfenstein?
Or Doom?
Running at 1 frame per second.
Which hidden gem is it that you're bringing?
So I'll hopefully have one of those ready for next week. So we will see. So hopefully
we will see.
Yeah.
Jesus has been coming back for 2,000 years, and the hidden gems starting to get measured. I don't know. Do we still want to do them? Are you feeling comfortable? The only thing
I like doing them. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. The list is growing.
Are you asking me or the listeners? Because I love a hidden gem, but I'm
asking the listeners. If you'd like me to keep doing them, I will keep doing them. I know they're a bit sporadic, but it's very busy behind the scenes, and I'd like to say the list of things I'm doing is growing and growing, so I am finding it a little bit harder. But if you still want me to do them, I will still do them.
Messaging, yes.
Yes, because I have got a preset list. I just need to either replay them to make sure or play new ones that I'm finding. So,
let's soften that off a little bit. We're giving a lot of content at the minute, and I'm aware of the sort of burden. We're launching a new show, guys. Please help us to help you, and we'll get Hidden Gem out. And by that, it's the aforementioned. Yes, you need to go onto your mums, your grans, your dads, your aunties, your uncle's phone, download every single podcast app that you can, and download the show on every single one of those apps, and then burn their phone, and when they get a new one, do the same again. and continue that process until we are bigger than Joe Rogan. It's easy.
See you in a week. RGT.
Yeah, so I think other than that, we went a bit off piece there, but that's what I'm hoping to play. Okay. What about you?
Well, I got the confession in early, so I'm probably going to take about 20 minutes to realise that I despise Gold Rush or Gold Miner Simulator, the game, and then equally pin all my hopes on the sequel, which will probably be equally as disappointing.
Which will be another Roguecraft. You'll pre-order that, get the copy, sit it on the shelf, and never play it.
Yeah, there's just something weird about Roguecraft that I never really got. The way the materials were handled in the game looked weird. It wasn't even like Construction Simulator. It was more like Gold Mining Simulator in terms of the ground deformation and stuff. And I don't know, it didn't feel right within.
I'll be quite honest about this. I pre-ordered it because I was so excited after Expeditions and after putting 120, 130 hours into that game. I thought, yep, this is a bit of me. Pre-ordered it. Completely forgot I'd pre-ordered it until it come through the door and I realised the money had come out the bank. At that point, I wasn't really sure I even wanted the game. So it was a bit of a faux pas, hence why it still sits on the shelf. So, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
A bit embarrassing.
So a bit of that, a little bit of GTA 4, a little bit of Fallout 3, probably kick Infamous around again. Like I say, at the minute, I'm trying to get myself in the era of the first 4 episodes of Flashback that we've chosen, within reason. But definitely getting my head in that headspace. Because it helped when we went on the show the other day and we did Flashback episode 1. It really helped having dived into the PSP and PS3 of that era to be very present in the show, which was great.
Yeah.
So there'll be a bit more of that going on. And that's probably it. The way I'm playing at the minute is very sporadic, but I'm looking forward to being done, sit down and dedicate myself to a game like we used to, like the show's famous for. So, yeah, very excited to feedback on some of those games that I've missed this year. And I think 2026 will be a bit of return to form for our gaming rotation, I would say, RGT. I think this year's been a bit... When Seb came on and was like, how you been? Like, yeah, how you been? Ain't gaming been strange? I was like, oh, yeah, thank goodness. Validation. It's not just me and RGT thinking this has been a very odd year. Some good stuff, some not so great stuff, but generally just a very odd year in gaming.
It has been, and I was thinking the other day. I was thinking it's been a strange year, and I haven't really had the games on pre-order. I haven't really been buying that many. But then when I look back at games I have played some good games. The Mafia, the Grand Bazaar, now on Hades 2, Ball X Pit. So for the Ponzies, I'm still going to have a good list there. I know I play a lot of older stuff, the PS3. Some proper cartridge retro stuff, but yeah, I've played some the modern stuff. They have been trickling out. There has been some good games. I think we're lucky enough that we have all the major systems. So it thins out when there's only a few games coming out on each, we still have a bit of the pickings of them. Whereas if you're only on one system, it could have been a bit of a dry year. But we're lucky that way. So yeah. So we have been a bit more lucky than I thought we had originally. When I actually looked back and started getting games written down for Ponzi's, I thought, well, actually, I've done all right. I've done all right this year, I think. Definitely.
I am going to be filling that list with 2008 best games.
Yeah.
I would argue, but that's the joy of the Ponzi's. You never quite know what's going to win Game of the Year, much to Seb's annoyance. But
I can see GTA 4 taking it this year.
I can see MLB 25 taking it, and although there's a game that's probably more worthy of praise in the MLB franchise than this, sadly I'm a bit burnt out. I'm even wondering if 26 should get bought. But I'm going to end up buying 26 on probably 3 platforms. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I know, I have that feeling.
But, with all that said and done, RGT, I think that draws us to a close. I've had a great time. Hopefully the listeners have had some fun as well. Yes, there's been some spill contact cleaner, but in the end of the day, hopefully no tears, RGT.
No,
it's been a joy to record with you as always, and we hope the listeners have had equal amount of fun. I'm going to say it one last time. Help us to help you make Flashbacks a success. So go download that, tell everyone, share it on the socials, do whatever it is that you've got to do to help us to make this be the biggest retro show going. You've helped us make the UCP, quite honestly, the pride of the internet. If you help us do that with Flashback, RGT's going to get a pretty unlimited plane ticket to basically unleash five knuckle shuffles across the planet.
I didn't see that one in my contract, but I need to read it a bit better, I think. But if that's what I've got to do, that's what I'll do.
Just to make sure we're on the same boat, the five knuckle shuffle is the thing the boxers do where they kind of jab their feet backwards and forwards in a dance while kind of just sort of chucking fists in the air. You know, if you get someone angry in the street and they think they're a bit of a boxer, they kind of spring into the five knuckle shuffle.
That's what I thought, yeah. I didn't. What did you think I meant?
Well, I don't know. You've been very seedy this episode, so I just wanted to make sure you weren't sort of misusing my innocence in some sort of weird sexual innuendo that was going over my head.
No. Why would I ever do that?
All right. Well, that's all we have time for this week, listeners. Always thank you for your time. Look forward to the pleasure of speaking to you again next week. Till then, happy gaming. And remember, there's nothing wrong with being given the unofficial controller. It's what you do with it that counts. See you, RGT.
Laters.